Good morning and welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody Bills. This is Brock Shimano, and today is February 16th. This morning we saw a convergence of a number of pretty big headlines come across the news wires. Brock, why don't you get right into it?
There are several headlines we will need to pay attention to. First off is Argentina looks like they're going to receive more widespread showers across northern Argentina and southern Brazil heading into this weekend. The second item is there has been a bilateral agreement reached between China and Argentina on they agreed upon sanitary protocols for GMO corn being exported from Argentina to China, something we'll have to pay attention to moving forward. Third thing is China agreed to purchase a rather large quantity of soybeans, about 8.62 million metric tons. The market kind of viewed this as more of a political gesture at this point than actual export sales. We'll have to pay attention to that moving forward. And the last item is Egypt agreed to purchase 180,000 metric tons of wheat for delivery in April. This goes on top of their 55,000 metric tons they purchased earlier in the week.
Brock, you mentioned that the China purchase is viewed more as a political stunt necessarily than export sales. Why can't we view them as export sales? Why can't the market be happy, be bullish on this?
I mean, in the past, historically, China has made agreements to make purchases and later on canceled those agreements. So we're going to have to pay attention to that, see if these agreements actually come to fruition in the future. And the second reason is price and shipping details have not been settled on those agreements. So that's something we will have to pay attention to.
All right. Well, speaking of export sales, we're going to get right into the weekly export report, which was very bullish for corn, but bearish for wheat and beans. Corn came out above expectations, about 200,000 metric tons, coming in at a million metric tons. Beans came in lower than expectations, coming in at 436,000 metric tons versus an expected 875, so very disappointing for soybeans. And wheat came in at 420,000 metric tons versus 525. Let's take a look at the progress for corn in terms of meeting the USDA expectations. Right now we're ahead of pace 22 million bushels, which improved 2 million bushels from last week, and you can see this is the sale. It was right about where we needed to be, slightly better. So that was very positive for corn. And beans, this is a different story. You know, we're behind pace now 53 million bushels, and we slid another 3 million bushels from last week. And you can see not only did we miss expectations, but we missed the sales that we needed to meet the USDA expectations. So I would say for wheat, you know, we did miss expectations, but then again we had that nice sale from or that tender from Egypt that really was I think quite positive and should kind of support wheat here. So the bottom line: corn bullish, wheat not, or beans not so bullish, and wheat kind of mixed as well. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we're back, we're going to take a look at the US dollar and also the charting landscape for corn moving forward.
Welcome back to GrainTV. Let's take a look at the Fire Tip trading software to get the live quotes now that we're about a half an hour into the day's trade. You can see corn is up 3 1/4, soybeans are down 1/2, wheat is up 3/4 in Chicago, Kansas City wheat is up 2 1/4. Something we've been paying attention to recently is the dollar index that is up slightly this morning. If we look at the dollar index daily chart, you can see we were stronger in the early going this morning, went up, met resistance on the 50-day moving average, which is the red line. We also had resistance in that 80 level on the dollar index. Something we will have to pay attention to, as we know some more information will be coming out of Greece here in the next few days.
Yeah, let's take a look at the corn chart as well. That's an interesting chart landscape. You can really see that you have the 100-day moving average. It's trading right around that. You also have the 50-day moving average. So there's a lot going on here, right around that 630 level. You also have this this line here that I drew from the top back in August down to the high here. And you can see if you break that 620, and by then you're through that 100-day moving average, you're through that 50-day moving average, there's a good chance you move back down to $6. So you got to keep in mind, especially when corn, that we're in a range right now. We're in a range, right up around 675 area. And also down around that 580 area. So, and I really think that $6 is a good support level, and 650 is going to be a strong resistance level here going forward.
That about wraps it up here for GrainTV. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Find us at GrainTV. Check us out on Facebook. Get a hold of us at 877-472-4607.